Now, this is embarrassing, but just because we're sisters, I'm going to share with you some of the excuses I used. And see if you relate to any of these. First of all, there was my professional headshot. Or, let me tell it like it was, my unprofessional headshot, you know? I was using a picture that was 8 years old that my husband took in the dining room. Now, my excuse, remember I had an excuse for everything, my excuse was, yeah, the media is not going to run it anyway. And of course they didn't run it. Why? Because it was a picture that was 8 years old that my husband took in the dining room. Right? So think about it. You know what your professional headshot looks like. If you don't have a great, great, great picture, I want you to stop fooling around and get a big girl headshot. Will you do that for you know. I don't have to tell you. I don't even have to look at your picture. You know what your headshot looks like. No excuses for why it isn't spectacular. So I want you to get a big girl headshot if you don't have one now. Now, a second way I economized was with my website. So I designed it myself rather than hiring a professional to do it, and it showed. It really, I mean, it was obvious. Now, my excuse was that, you know, as soon as I got my next big customer, I was going to revamp my website. And of course, I didn't get that customer until after I revamped the website. So what does your website look like? Here's the thing to think about with websites. If you've got a mediocre one, you have no idea how much revenue you're losing. Do you? You don't know who goes on, looks at your website, thinks, that's Mickey Mouse. I mean, if you're Disney World, Mickey Mouse is fine, right? But they're going to go on, they're going to look at your website, they're going to think, oh, that's not somebody really of the caliber that I want to work with. So you have no idea how much revenue you're losing if you don't have a great website. Now, another way I economized was honestly just trying to do everything myself, right? I'm doing accounting, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that, and I'm cleaning toilets, and I'm doing everything myself. Now, here's the thing. I know what my time is worth per hour. That's the amount that I would bill a client for my time. What is your time worth per hour? And are you doing tasks that you could pay somebody $10 or $12 an hour to do? You know, suppose your time's worth $80 an hour, and you're doing things that you could pay somebody $12 an hour to do. Now that just doesn't equate, right? So that was a huge mistake that I was making, just trying to do everything myself instead of building a team of people to support me. I'm not talking about hiring people to do this. I'm talking about finding outside sources that could help me with all this.